sorry I failed you on a Wednesday episode last week. I totally lost what day of the week it was. I lost track. It happens. I'm a human, okay? Don't beat me up over this. Had a lot on my mind last week. So much. Like Nora not going to be home for 6 days. Yes, that's right. She's not home for now a few more days. I don't think she comes home until Thursday. It's been a long few days so far living life without Nora. You realize whenever your partner leaves how dependent you become on them. Just on like daily things. I'm not even talking about like them doing things around the house, but just like your social interaction together. Having someone to come home and have a conversation with, watch a TV show. Just all of those certain things. Like, I don't have that right now. And if you don't have that right now, I'm sorry. At least we're together having this conversation about it. Nora decided to use some vacation time that she has to go and visit her family, which was smart. She capitalized on it. She gets to work from home a few days, so the days that she works from home, she's just going to be chilling over at her parents' house, working from home. Smart move. Use the vacation to your favor. You don't get enough vacation. Capitalize on it. Take long weekends. If there's a big project coming up, just skip it, just like you used to do back in school. Whenever there was a big project due and you're like, oh, man, I didn't do it. I was sick. Oops, sorry. Can't turn it in. That buys me another day. It's the same thing when it comes to using your PTO days as an adult. But I tell you what, when you're someone that's in a relationship with someone for 5 years now, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 6 years, sorry. My math was a little off on that one. Yes, I had to use my fingers to count. I'm a big old dummy. But when you live with someone for that long and you're in a relationship and you're pretty much with them every single day, and then they go out and do something on their own, man, woo, reality hits. Kind of kicks you in the nuts for a little while. It's not cool. I got home from work on Friday, and Nora had already left. She brought Rory with as well because I got to work and stuff like that. So she brought Rory to go and hang out with her parents and just have a little fun up there for a few days. But I walked into the house, and I'm like, Rory's dog bowls are gone. Rory's not greeting me at the door. Her leash is gone. I mean, what else could be gone in this house? It almost seemed like Nora just left me with all the stuff that she had to bring with for 6 days. Looking through the house, I'm like, oh, her toothbrush is gone. At least she left most of her clothes. That's how I know she's coming back. She has all of her clothes here. But it's just like not having that person to come home to. And even a dog in this scenario. Man, it makes for a long time. And it really makes it interesting, too, when you live by yourself. And then you go to live with someone, and then you're living on your own while they're out on vacation. But man, the things that you're able to do when your spouse isn't in the house. Let me tell you the stuff that I'm able to do without my wife being home. Watch sports all the time without feeling guilty about it. Like, I've watched more baseball since Nora has been gone than I have probably in the last 2 years combined. I'm being serious on that. Because regular season baseball games in August don't really matter all that much. They start to matter a little bit, but in the grand scheme of things, they're not must-watch TV. They're really not. So you could skip past a baseball game, but I found myself sitting on the couch flipping back and forth between other baseball games that I could find on TV. I even found Little League Baseball on ESPN+, so I was watching that. And then I had to pause for a little while from watching baseball and try to watch different things too. Stuff that I normally wouldn't watch with Nora around because she usually doesn't like some of the TV shows that I watch. Like when it comes to watching true crime stuff, she's not a big fan of watching any of that stuff. And I've been watching this series that runs on A&E. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's called Accused, Innocent, or Guilty. And basically it follows someone that is going through the court process of trying to become innocent of a crime that they have been accused for. And the first two that I've watched One, I thought the dude was guilty. The second one, I felt completely bad because it was about a mom who lost her 2-year-old son. She had nothing to do with it, but she was charged with first-degree murder because her boyfriend did it. It was crazy. I felt so bad for that mom. So if you've never watched it, try and find it on demand, or maybe some other streaming service has it. I don't know who owns A&E, so whoever would have that show on their streaming platform, check it out. Accused, Innocent, or Guilty. Really good show. You could go down a rabbit hole and watch a whole bunch of episodes on it. That's probably what I'm going to watch the rest of the week, mixed in with a lot of wrestling as well. I've watched too much wrestling. Way too much of it. I asked Nora on Friday when she got up to her family's house. I was like, what year pay-per-views should I watch? She's like, how about 2000? So I just go on Peacock and I start watching a whole bunch of WWE. They were called pay-per-views back then. But I was watching a whole bunch of them from the year 2000. And there was a lot of great ones from that year. WWE was red hot, especially with all the characters that they had going on TV. So mostly, I've just been watching what I want without any real cares in the world. And I'll say the other thing that I'm doing is just eating whatever the hell I want to eat. Because Nora hates one of my favorite restaurants so much that I cannot eat it when she's at home. I love White Castle. If you don't like those little sliders, man, I'm judging you hardcore. Wondering if you really have good taste buds if you don't like White Castles. I'm judging Nora's taste buds on this. But as soon as I got off of work on Saturday, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my fat ass over to White Castle, and I'm going to order a whole bunch of sliders, and I'll have some to eat for the rest of the day, and maybe a few breakfast burgers as well. And if you've been to White Castle, you know that iconic smell that they have. Not only when you get them, that smell just lingers in your car when you bring it home. I mean, it's just all over. The stench is all over. It's in the stench, yes, is in your stomach because you'll start to fart it out, and you'll start to question then why in the hell you're eating White Castles. But they're just so damn good. The onion, the pickle. I could actually go for more of them, but I don't have any more. Polished off like 20 like it was my job. I felt like Joey Chestnut eating those White Castles, and I guarantee you Joey Chestnut could probably eat, I don't know, 200 White Castle in a sitting. Or even in a competition, I bet you he's eating 200 and something. But they just go down so easy. The steam buns just helps it go down to the back of the throat really fast. So you could just pop a whole bunch in at once. And man, I was gluttonous. Absolute gluttonous. Probably my best eating performance in over 2 years. My stomach hurt all of last night. My stomach hurt this morning. I went to the gym. I was like, yeah, that's what you need. Go to the gym. After eating about 20 White Castles between 4 o'clock to about 10 o'clock. I'm talking about 4 o'clock p.m. on Saturday to about 10 a.m. on Sunday. That's what I needed. I probably needed a little bit more exercise than what I did. But I was like, I just need to be somewhat active. And I'll be active the rest of the week. That's my plan, is to go to the gym the rest of the week. I know I'm not going to burn off all the calories that I ate eating 20 sliders. But another nice thing that you're able to do without your partner being around the house, you're able to just do things as you want. You don't have to worry about the mess that you leave behind. Like, don't get me wrong. I've picked up the kitchen, okay? I ran the dishwasher. I put things away. But I've done that all on my terms. It's not like I have to feel like I need to pick up so that way it looks presentable for someone else and just in case someone else stops over, it doesn't look like a pigsty in the house. Let's be honest. If I'm at home by myself, the odds of someone coming over are slim to none. Because like as Nora always likes to tell me, you don't have any friends. She knows to. She knows where to kick me when I'm down. She knows that place. She always throws that in my face with a big disgrace. But no, it's super crazy, the life that I've been living. I'm pretty sure by the end of, her little trip that I'm going to have an indentation in our couch downstairs. My ass groove is going to be in there. My head spot where I lay my head on the back of the couch, that's going to be indented in there. But I can't wait for Nora to come back. Like I said, I think it's Thursday. Either Wednesday or Thursday. I don't remember. I think she has it up on the calendar. I should go look to see what day she's coming back. And, with her not being in town, there's a couple of things that I had to do that normally she would do on a Sunday. I had to go run to Costco, just get a couple of things, not a lot. There's just a few little items because I went on Thursday. And that was probably the best time to go to Costco, like Thursday afternoon. No one was really in the store at all. But then I had to go on Sunday, yesterday. I had to go to get like mouthwash, and that was about it. Just all out of mouthwash. I don't want no stinky breath, especially after eating a whole bunch of White Castle over the weekend. So I had to go to Costco. And I've decided that grocery stores in general might be one of the worst places to visit on a Sunday. They're terrible. The Costco parking lot was absolutely packed. The inside of the store, I felt like it was Black Friday with the amount of people that were in that store. It was hard to walk down aisles because there were so many carts. And yes, at Costco, this was happening. There was that many people in the store. My anxiety was through the roof with how many people that were there. I've never seen Costco have every single checkout line open. It did yesterday. It was nuts. The lines to check out were deep. It's like, man, I have 3 things here. This is what I bought. Mouthwash, a salad, and some white cheddar Cheetos. I think they're supposed to, they brand them as being healthy Cheetos, but they're not. You know those bad boys ain't healthy at all. Any Cheeto you eat is not good, even the baked ones. It's like a nice marketing ploy. How can we try and make these look like they're healthy? There's no such thing as healthy Cheetos. Probably not such thing as any healthy chip, unless you make them on your own and you're not devouring a whole bunch of chips in one sitting, but I don't know how to do that. A bag of chips, to me, is one sitting. That's one serving. But that made me think when I was in that store of a top 3 places to avoid on a Sunday. Top 3 places to avoid on a Sunday. Let's start at number 3. This hurts me to say, but a golf course before 3 p.m. on a Sunday in the summer. That's when guys absolutely love to go to the golf course and play 18 holes. Not me. I always hated playing golf on Sunday mornings because the course was too packed. You had to wait too long. There's people hacking up the golf course, and it just felt like a 4-hour round was turned into a 5.5-hour round because people are so damn slow. That's why if I go golfing on a Sunday, I'm not going until after 3. Everyone's back home. I could go out, play 36 holes after 3 o'clock because I can move through the holes that fast. You won't catch me on a Sunday before 3 p.m. at a golf course. Saturday, you'll catch me on a Saturday because a lot of people like to go out and do things on Saturdays. Me, I will wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:45. You give me the first tee time, I'm good to go on a Saturday. But a Sunday, there's a different breed of humans that go to the golf course. The number 2 place to avoid on a Sunday, any sort of breakfast restaurant, especially around 12 to 2 o'clock when the church crowd comes shuffling in, especially at like Cracker Barrel, Waffle House, any sort of local diner. It's going to take forever for you to sit down. There's going to be so many families in there. And it's just going to be pure chaos. I don't want to listen to 16 million kids crying in one spot, having chocolate milk spilled all over the place, and just having these waiters and waitresses that are just they just have so much going on. They don't know how to handle it all. They're running all over the place because they have so many tables. And I've been told by waiters and waitresses that the worst time to work at a restaurant is right after church on a Sunday, because those groups of people are the ones that usually don't. I'm not saying every single group is like this, but most likely the group of people that is not going to tip because they're the family that goes out once a week and it's a huge treat and they don't have a lot of money. So that's why I think if you're going to go out for breakfast, make sure you do that shit on a Sunday, probably around 9 o'clock. Okay, you don't even want to come close to flirting with people getting out of church time. That's why that finds the number 2 places to avoid on a Sunday. But the number 1 place to avoid on a Sunday is any grocery store. You do not want to be in there. I thought Saturdays were bad. Sundays are even worse. I don't know what it is. People have the Sunday scaries, probably thinking about what they have coming up next week, frantic buying. They probably go out to breakfast, and then they go as a family shopping at Costco, and there's 16 kids with them in the store just running around crazy. That's what I felt like. It was so overwhelming to be inside Costco. But I drove past Kroger because I have to drive past Kroger to go home. And man, that place, it didn't look like there was an open parking spot at Kroger. If you work at a grocery store and you have to do it on a Sunday, I'm going to go and give you a hug. You should earn overtime. Time and a half, double pay, whatever, if you work Sunday at a grocery store. They should be willing to pay you that, because I would never want that schedule. Never. So, no. But those are the places to avoid. The top 3 places to avoid on a Sunday. Now, if you did have to go to a grocery store on a Sunday, you might have seen some Choco Tacos, which were in the headlines last week because Klondike came out and said that we're going to discontinue them. But now everybody on the internet was so up in arms. Klondike's like, no, I don't think we are going to discontinue these. Everybody loves them. If everybody loved them, you would not have even question about taking them off the shelf. Nobody buys them. They are a novelty. They are something that you would get when you would go to a carnival, something that you would get from the ice cream man, maybe the baseball park. Like, there's not too many places that you're going to get a Choco Taco. If you're at the grocery store, you're getting the Sunday cones, which are completely better. I don't want to hear any argument on that. Klondike got bullied into this, and they're going to see that they made the right decision. I am passionate about this because I think there's so much fake rage on the internet when something gets canceled, when something is being taken away from them. It's like, you know what? This is like, I was reading an article, and I feel bad saying this about this. I saw an article online about a local restaurant in Louisville closing down. And everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe that place is closing down. I used to go there all the time, but I haven't been there in about 10 years. I can't believe it's closing. Did you hear what you said? You haven't been there in 10 years. That's probably why it's closing down. They need you to go inside of their establishment. It's like fake love, fake rage. Every single time something's closing down or something's being taken away, and then people lobby for it to come back. And then the businesses decide, you know what? We made the right move. Like, just think about the production that Klondike has to go through in order to make the Choco Taco. It's probably, even though it's the same ingredients that is used to make a sundae cone, but I'm telling you, you have to have, the taco kind of shield to make that waffle cone for it. So it's going to be a little bit different. Do they really want to make their production to single out to make those Choco Tacos? In all reality, the sundae cone, they can push through a lot more of those and a lot more people buy those. It seems very logical. I would stand my ground and not bring those freaking things back. I was talking to my buddy Taylor about this. I said, how many have you had in your life? He said 0. I said, I think I've had 2 in my whole life. And I told him, if 2 guys like us have had a combined 2 in 30 years, there's no reason for it to be around anymore. We like food. We're going to be people that are smashing stuff like that if they were good. But obviously they were not good enough to stay on shelves. So you can panic buy some a little bit more because Klondike hasn't officially said if they're going to cancel them or if they're going to bring them back already. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. Klondike, you have some better ice cream bars out there. The regular Klondike bars are really good. I could go for one of those. I'm not going to buy them, though. Can't have sweets in the house, man. I would devour ice cream if I had it in the house all the time. It would be like talking to me in the middle of the night. Hey, go grab a spoon and eat me out of the carton. That's what ice cream would say to me. So I can't have it. It has to be such a special treat. And that's what it always has been, except in my childhood. There was a good stage where we always had ice cream in the house. But like now, Nora and I, it's a treat when we go to Grater's to go get ice cream. Oh, fuck. Now Grater's sounds good. Why do I do this to myself? A medium mint chip shake. Whew. Sounds straight fire. Let me tell you about that. Another thing that has been in the headlines that has been wrapping up last week. Kim Kardashian, Pete Davidson, boom, they are done. You didn't expect that one to last, did you? I did not expect that one to last. It looked like pure lust. It didn't look like love, something that was going to linger forever. It looked like it was going to be the 15 minutes of fame between the two of them. I believe that Kim Kardashian hooked her wagon, backed that ass up into Pete Davidson because he was so hot at that time. And I'm not talking about looks because I don't think Pete Davidson is a good-looking guy. I think every single move that the Kardashians make is calculated. How are we going to stay relevant? And Pete Davidson was filling up all the tabloid magazines because of his relationship with all these big-time celebrities recently. Now listen, Kim Kardashian might have actually was like, you know what? I want to see what this dude is all about. And she rode the roller coaster for a while. She enjoyed the time that she had with him. But now it's completely over. I'm more intrigued now to see who Pete Davidson ends up with next than who Kim Kardashian hooks up with next. Because I think Pete is soon going to start having his downward spiral. Listen, he doesn't have Mama Kardashian. He doesn't have Kris running things for him. Like, if Kris Kardashian, if she could be PR for other celebrities out there besides her children, there would be a lot more rich celebrities out there, bringing in even more money. Think about how she has built her family up over the course of your lifetime. Daughter had a sex tape They capitalized on that. They had a huge TV show for years on E! Every single season, there was a huge storyline to it that got people emotionally attached. I honestly feel that Kris Kardashian lives her life, organizes her kids' life, just about how it can make them money and keep their names in the headlines. That's how I view it. I could be completely wrong. I don't know the Kardashians, but when you look back at this, you stand back and take a look at it, that's what it looks like. Looks like mama is just, I don't know, kind of using her kids as puppets, playing them. All right, let's go. Kim, you just got out of a marriage with that crazy ass dude, Kanye West. What are we going to do now? Let's find this much younger guy who every celebrity wants to sleep with right now. You're going to go with him. Because if you're a guy that's the age of Pete Davidson, you saw her tape, and you wanted to hook up with her. And he was like, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, thank you for coming and stopping by. Literally. And it seems like Kim Kardashian was getting it all the time, at least on the new seasons of the Kardashians that I've seen on Hulu that I've watched with Nora. It seems like between Courtney and her relationship with the Blink-182 dude, Travis Barker, I don't know why I blanked there for a second, but Travis Barker, they have so much PDA. And then it looks like Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian were always banging too. They would like close out cameras all the time and be like, no, you can't come in here. They're going to bang. Good for them, though. Good for them. Nora won't be on Wednesday's podcast for this week, but she did say she is going to give me a smut tale. She's going to highlight, send it to me, and tell me what I need to read. So you better be back on Wednesday for it. And, I will hold my word on this. There will be an episode on Wednesday, okay? I'm not going to go 2 weeks in a row without a Wednesday episode. All right, so I'll talk to you again here on Wednesday on The Luke Kelly Show.